今次出走嚟到斯里蘭卡，除咗喺 ANC私人度假村享受一個無憂嘅假期之外，附近嘅一間Art School都引起咗唔少賓客嘅好奇。究竟喺一個原始嘅小山丘入邊，點解會有一間設備完善嘅藝術學校呢？基於對酒店行業同藝術嘅熱愛，創辦人 Tim Reynolds 喺2010年創辦咗第一間 ANC Private Resort 嘅時候，都帶嚟咗第一間 ANC Art Academies。而家 ANC嘅藝術學校全球共有6間，除咗設立喺私人度假村附近，其中2間位於美國，專為退伍軍人同埋殘疾人而建，係一個回饋社區嘅非牟利機構，免費為當地人提供4年嘅藝術教育。
Tim Reynolds decided that he wanted to build schools throughout the world. So all of the schools are funded by the Reynolds Foundation. He offers a full scholarship to students to study throughout the whole entire curriculum. All the supplies, lunch, housing for some students is provided.
而斯里蘭卡呢一間藝術學校喺2017年落成，由聯合創辦人兼院長 Timothy 負責。學校俾茶園同小山丘包圍，環境幽靜，空間開揚，隨時可以聽到雀仔叫同感受到微風吹過。喺如此優美嘅環境之下，究竟藝術學校嘅教育模式又係點嘅呢？
So it's not a straight academic program, but it has much of its leaning in a very, very traditional academic style of training that would have gone all the way back to France in the 18th century, and which really had its origins in the Renaissance. We have a specific point from where we come from, which is we teach technique first in an effort to open as many doors as possible.
Timothy 表示，成個課程嘅設定都偏向於傳統嘅訓練同教授，目的係為咗等學生打好紮實嘅基礎，喺探索咩係藝術之前，先好好了解最基本嘅光影、色彩，甚至唔同媒介嘅本質，由素描到油畫，提倡循序漸進嘅學習，繼而再發展更多嘅可能性。喺行入課室門口嘅上方有一句咁樣嘅説話 ：Effort creates talent。Timothy 表示呢一個係工作室入邊嘅一句小口號。
The idea is a lot of times people look at somebody who's super talented, photography, film, dance, whatever, and they think, oh, okay, God came down, God said, you have the talent, you don't have the talent, so therefore you're good. And the truth is anybody that you see that's talented at anything, put time in. You might not have seen the time, you might not have seen the work that they did, but they worked really, really hard.
一日嘅時間表從朝早嘅8點開始，直到晏晝5點，除咗上堂就係練習。而呢句小口號唔單止係呢度嘅文化，亦都係 Timothy 喺面試學生時候嘅一個考量。而家學校有30幾個學生，有啲展開咗1年幾嘅學習，有啲喺度已經3年啦。而坐喺呢度嘅學生都有各自嘅故事。喺呢度學習咗1年幾嘅 Utopian， 當初就係因為想擺脫唔中意嘅數學類科目，於是隻身一人嚟到呢度。
So I Google here, I find here, so I came alone. Even my mom and dad doesn't know I'm going to do something like that. He doesn't ask me about any artworks. I think he saw my dedication in my eyes, and I said, I want to learn art. I want to be an artist. That moment I don't know if I'm going to be successful. I only want to find myself and give the world a message from my life story.
ANC 今年23歲，喺呢度已經學習咗3年。佢初畫畫嘅時候係為咗舒緩壓力，但慢慢咁都萌生咗點解唔去學習藝術嘅諗法。
So at first I didn't believe that there's a place like here especially in Madras district, there's an interview application. So I came here, and then came here and started falling in love with this here. Every drawing, there was one drawing I was really, it's fantasy, sci-fi kind of thing. So the one that's hung on the wall he was working on it when I came here, so I was fell in love with it and I wanted to do it here. So that's how I started. It was really nerve-wracking because I didn't know anything, but it's okay now. I encourage the new students, like you don't have to worry about it at all. It's nothing. This place like start from scratch.
喺偏遠嘅地區開設學校，本來就唔係易事，而且仲要係一間藝術學校，係講求以手藝技能換取生活嘅地方，追求藝術對好多家庭而言，更加係天方夜譚。
It is meaningful. It's a very interesting project that Tim Reynolds wanted to do, and that's why I got involved in it. Because it was a much bigger project than we kind of thought it was, but it's kind of meaningful to see how much impact you can have with people. There's a lot of people in here that they would not have pursued any form of this kind of training at all if we weren't here. The options weren't really there for them. So in that way, you're making a dream come true for them. One thing is we talk a lot, people will talk about creating, equal outcome for people, right? And so that's super difficult. So Tim Reynolds made a really interesting point. He goes, we can't really give equal outcome to people, but we can do something about creating sort of more equal opportunities, right? So there's the more places that we're able to create better areas of education in more areas, the more we can help people in that way.
如果想緊貼最新最齊嘅生活消閒資訊，即刻下載 etnet 財經生活 App 或者上etnet.com.hk 睇啦。